What up, what up? Tuxedo Bandido live. How's everybody doing this morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on where you are in the world? Welcome to my channel. So if you are chiming in from YouTube or Twitch, I invite you to hit the like, subscribe, or follow right now. Do it right now. Why not? But what's up, everybody? I got a good show for you today. But before we get too far ahead of ourselves, let's just make sure I am coming in loud and clear. So if you can understand the words that are coming out of these skeleton teeth, then drop me a hashtag Tux Live in the chat feed so I know we are good to go. Good to go. What up? What up, Parker Fly Rock? Tux Live, pew pew. Center 361, what's going on? All right. Sounds like we are coming in good. Appreciate all you guys for joining us on the chat. So I got a good show for us today. It's a fun little one. So every now and again, I like to change up the way I play. I don't know about you guys, but one of the things is to help out the homies. We got to help out the homies, right? And that's what this build is about. It's about helping the homies. And what I mean by that is, it is kind of this quasi healer build. I call it the Wingman build, all right? And so basically your job is to keep your homies alive, to buff them in as many ways as possible. And we're doing that in a few ways. And so one of them is we're gonna be controlling the crowd. We're going to be giving them shit tons of bonus armor, and then we're gonna be healing them when they actually take damage. So that's how we're gonna do that today. Let's do a little housekeeping here before we get too far ahead of ourselves. So one of the things I want to mention, guys, is I am now streaming on both YouTube and Twitch at the same exact time. So we got a bigger audience here participating in these streams. So depending on which channel you're chiming in from, you will hear or see me answering questions or replying to folks that might be coming in on a different platform than you are. So just keep that in mind. Also, I am testing the technology, the streaming technology throughout this weekend. So I do appreciate your patience if the experience isn't perfect. What I mean is like dropping frames and stuff like that. But I do appreciate the feedback. So if you are experiencing that stuff, then let me know in the chat, and so that I'm aware. And then I will be adjusting these things, fine-tuning my settings over the weekend so that we can have beautiful, perfect experiences going forward. Perfect, the glitter experience, the glitter. I don't have that animation on my character right now, otherwise I'd show you. Okay, so there's that. And then also for the Players Club, Hardcore Bandidos, at 4 a.m. this morning, I dropped, 4 a.m. my morning, the new Hardcore Bandido music playlist dropped, and it's accessible in multiple places. One, if you're a Hardcore Bandido member level, you can simply just go to my YouTube homepage, okay, and look at the members only playlist right there at the top of my homepage. And if you are a Hardcore Bandido, then you will see that new music playlist. It is called Volume 2 because it is the second one. Hour long of good beats. If you like the music you listen to in my live streams, then you will like the music that you'll be able to live stream and kick ass to. So you can kick some Black Tusk ass to a tight ass beat. Also, this is your digital download perk as well. So I have also uploaded it to my SoundCloud account, and so you can go to SoundCloud and you can stream it, or you can download it to listen to it offline as well. Word? Cool. Also, for all you true bandidos and higher, you also have a hot new red foundry build that was launched on Tuesday. It's a classified secret build. So same instructions. Basically, go to my YouTube homepage and you can get access to it there. I will drop links for you in the feed. So let me do that now while I remember. All right, so there's some links there. One will take you to my homepage. The other link is going to take you to Discord in case you're not already over there. And if you are a member, we do have a members only channel on Discord. So be sure to knock the lobby to get access to that. All right, so that's a little bit of housekeeping, But yeah, I appreciate you guys. But also, just real quick, in case you didn't know, classified builds, the Red Foundry build I'm talking about, it's a secret build that are made just for Texas Players Club, and you have to be at least a true or hardcore Bandido member level to get access to those. And these are extra builds I make as a thank you for supporting me in the community, because that's what I do, is I create builds, build, and support the community. So if you want to tap into these secret builds, if you want to support the cause, you can get access today by making sure you're at least a true Bandido member level. And you can hit the join button if you're on the computer. Also, there's join buttons in the description of every video I put out and live stream. And then we'll drop them in the chat too. So there's a join button for you as well. So I invite you to join Texas Players Club. What's up? And you know who you are if you are in the Texas Players Club, because you got a fancy little school next to your name. So let's see who has joined us today. Let's see, do we have our morning crew? So last night I was doing a testing stream. Funny enough, guys. So this is funny. So last night I was doing a testing stream just to test technology and whatever. And I put a big old cover entitled the stream, "This is not a real stream. This is just a test." Anyways, a bunch of people ended up joining anyways. And we got into a good talk. We went until like, midnight basically, my time. And it was really cool. We got 4 new Texas Players Club members. So that and it was just like super casual. We're just kicking back. I wasn't talking very much because I was, tinkering with settings and stuff like that. But, it just makes me realize how cool of a community you guys are, that, that even, if I'm not talking much and we're just kind of having, it was a really casual conversations about just whatever. We were talking about bourbon and cigars, where you're from, that kind of thing. And about like, a little bit of cosplay conversations and movies and just humor chat, and really cool community, man. Just really good guys and gals out there. And I really appreciate you all for supporting me and making this channel live, because this channel wouldn't be cool without you guys. I'd be talking to my lonesome. I'd be talking to my lonesome. Brass Bat, what's going on? Xander, Paul Donaldson, Tux Live, thanks for that, man. Armand. Hello, everyone. Mr. Tuxedo, hello from Cali. Cali. What up, Cali boy? West Coast time. Appreciate that. We'll be doing some more evening chats as well, guys. So if the morning live streams aren't always so convenient, then I will be doing more evening live streams throughout the week. I'm not sure which days yet I'm going to pick them, but and of course the Saturday night live stream is the big one. That's the one you guys want to be at. I try to pick the most exciting topics for that Saturday night live stream, and that's because we get a really global audience on that one, and it's super cool because it is the weekend, and more people are able to stay up later, and we're crossing over time zones and stuff like that. So yeah, so I hope you can make tomorrow night. Last weekend I didn't get one because I was kind of sick from my booster shot. So anyways, so we'll be doing one tomorrow, and I might be doing a night stream this evening as well, depending on if I can get some playing time in. Roberto Merafina, how's it going, my man? Randy Savage is back in the house. All right, we got a WWF wrestler in the house. Love it. Maybe we can thumb wrestle. Let's thumb wrestle. Randy Savage. Who else do we got? Monteze, happy Friday, brother. What's going on? Good to see you back. Mr. Fat Cat in the house. That's our local poet. Our Emily Dickinson. Roberto Johnson. What's going on, man? Good to see you back. What up? Stream crash. Are you guys crashing? Or are you crashing my stream? All right. Cigars. I love cigars. Fat Cat said, yeah, so do I. We were talking about them. I was talking about one of my favorites was like these little Al Capones or cigarillos, the little kind that are dipped in cognac. Actually, that's what I said. I said they were dipped in bourbon last night, but actually they're dipped in cognac now that I remember. What up, Anthony? Arosmena, sup from Virginia. All right, the VA, some West Coast boys in the house. Fat Cat is representing Idaho. But you're actually a Cali boy, if I remember that right. Availing Powers, good to see you back, man. Getting the day and the night hours in. All right. Are you guys a stream? Let's see here. Are you guys having bad stream rates? That's good to know. It started out kind of weird, the stream. It was saying that like live streaming wasn't available, like it was a YouTube thing. And so I had to refresh my page, but it keeps cutting out and coming back, huh? Okay. Like it's saying it's ending? That's weird. Are you starting off at the beginning? France represent. Says it's live, but keeps telling me to watch again or watch a new video. Availing powers. What up, Tux? That's weird. Okay, hold on a second, guys. Let me figure out what's going on. That's really weird. That's the shit I'm talking about. The technology stuff. It says live now. 15 people watching. Okay, so I'm jumping in on the on YouTube to see what you guys are experiencing. Let it run for a minute here to see if I get an interruption message on my end. Okay, I'm still live. It's working for me. I just went to YouTube and jumped on the video just like I'm an audience person. Yeah, so some people are getting it okay and some people aren't. For some reason, YouTube won't let me resubmit my payment for tax club. Huh. It's all good on my side. Okay. Hey, availing powers, I'm going to rely on your feedback here for a minute, just for consistency, because you were the one that first mentioned that it was cutting out. And then, so let's let it run for a couple of minutes and then see if we're still having issues. So I'm going to jump off the YouTube. Okay. For now. So just keep let me know. I'm keeping my eye on the feed, so on the chat feed. So cool. Okay, so we are talking about the Wingman build. So let me get into showing you what this thing does. Okay, and then I got some legendary recorded gameplay, and then we will see what you guys think about it. But let's start with showing the build. So this is a Wingman. So this is the second version of the Wingman build I'm doing. So this isn't the first version. The original version, you can definitely check that out on my channel. Has I run a 4-piece True Patriot and I use a similar setup with galvanizing the backpack and the shotgun. But this one's different. This one's different than the original. Okay, so now I'm using a hardwired set and I turned it into a tank build basically. So where do we start? Okay, so the idea here is to try to get as many buffs to your team as possible, all right? And so mostly what it's kind of built on this theory that I believe that for most content, okay, this is not talking about raids, okay, raids excluded, but for most content, I believe that healer builds are overpowered. You know what I mean? Like if you put like a 4-piece future healer build together and, run chems and the healer hive, it's just like there's way too much heals for your team, for your 3 other additional players, right? On a 4-man team. And that because what the devs have done is that they've given us builds that and gear pieces like Hunter's Fury, and they've given us like Systems Corruption and like Bellstone, Murakami pieces, whatever, that brings survivability to builds already. So people have armor on kill and people have armor regen and stuff like that on their builds already. So you know, when you have this healer build, what it basically does, a super healer build, it basically makes their builds pointless. And so a lot of I mean, especially when you're playing with random players, right? Like people aren't all synced up on their builds. Because reality is that if you're playing with a healer in your team, you should be like all red DPS glass cannon, you know, if you want to be like efficient as a team, right? But of course you're grouping up with people that you don't know, or you're playing with your homies and you guys are just casually playing and not like syncing your builds that well, right? So that's why I think like these hybrid healer builds are really useful. And the first Wingman build is built on a 4-piece True Patriot that gives out repairs and bonus armor and amplified damage. So this build is similar. It's giving repairs and bonus armor also, but it's the change on this one is it's also doing crowd control, okay? And so the Scorpio kind of has a crowd control element to it because, you know, shocks and all that stuff. But what we're using is the Blinder Firefly, right? And so it shows a 30-second cooldown, but because of the hardwire set mechanics when you're running 4 pieces. So first of all, we're getting skill haste, get a little skill damage. We're getting 30% repair skills, which is great because we are going to be delivering repairs. And then I got skill haste mods, but we also have the feedback loop so that basically we can get our our Firefly back after we toss it out. You know, it's all sort of like, you know, timing your mechanics, whatever. But we don't need it back like all the time because we're not super reliant on it, because we have the Scorpio, which is also giving buffs to our enemy and controlling the crowd. So the Firefly and the Scorpio are both proccing Galvanize. Okay, so basically let's check out Galvanize. So this whole thing is really built on Galvanize. So this is the centerpiece of the build, okay? It's Galvanize. And I'm running it on a golden piece because I want more status effects from this shock and so more crowd control, right? And so I got repair skills. You could also go status effects there, but repair skills, I'd rather not have explosive resistance, but that's okay. And then I got armor. We want lots of armor. So anyways, when you blind, ensnare, confuse, or shock to an enemy, you and your allies get 40% of your bonus armor, of your armor as bonus armor for 10 seconds. And now look closely. There's nothing that says about time. There's no cooldowns on that. So I can give you infinite 40% bonus armor, right? So basically, I throw out the blinder, I give you 40% of my armor as bonus armor. And then, because I got septic shock, the 3rd and the 6th round out of the shotgun is gonna give you another 40% on top of another 40%. So now you're at 120% bonus armor, right? Of my armor. And I got 1.6 million armor. And so I'm gonna show you gameplay on Legendary. I randomly jumped in on this team and they were a little under halfway through the District Union. But I'm gonna show you that they basically they never go under bonus armor the whole thing. They have like 3 million armor, like the whole thing. And then we're giving them a tardigrade. Now I decided not to do the shield one, what's it called? I have it here. The shield Vanguard. So I decided not to do Vanguard because I didn't want my other skill to be a shield. I wanted it to be a heal. So that way I can do the crowd control with the Firefly. So the Firefly is giving you bonus armor and it's controlling the crowd. The shotgun is giving you bonus armor, applying damage, and controlling the crowd. And then we got the tardigrade, and you guys are all familiar with this, but basically you're getting 80% of my armor as bonus armor for 10 seconds when my or your armor breaks. That's a ton. 80% of 1.6 million on top of what I'm giving you with Galvanize. Okay, so those are stacking together. So you will see in the gameplay footage, and I'll try to call it out, when somebody loses all their armor, you will see that they have over 2 million in bonus armor just chilling on them. And so that gives me enough time to run over and give them my hive, give them some hives. So this isn't the kind of healer build where you throw out your hive and you just kind of let it sit there all day. It's not, it's an active healer build. And so the reason why it's active is because I have to, in order to activate the feedback loop, I need to pick up and drop my healer hive a lot. That resets my cooldown for my blinder Firefly so I can keep throwing that out as possible. But that's not really urgent. There's no urgency to that, but it just really helps the team when you're fighting 3 Chungas. Okay, But so otherwise, I got armor, skill haste. You can go repair skills there too. So golden gear, repair skills, galvanize. Galvanize is important. And then more armor, repair skills. My hard right pieces aren't optimized, so keep that in mind. More armor, repair skills. And then the holster, it's got skill haste on it. And then again, repair skills for the chest piece. And then I got the Firefly. It's a tier 3. Not worried about it. And then healing, the healer hive, on the healer hive. Now I do want to warn you that on the gameplay footage I'm about to show you, I forgot to change the mods on the healing hive. So they were all like stim efficiency stuff, which is bad. So the hive that you will see in the gameplay footage is not at full potential, just so you know. The other guns, don't really worry about that. I'm not really using them, but I am using Technician for the extra skill tier. You could also go Survivalist to give your team more damage output to status affected targets. And it also gives you a stronger outbound heals. That's another good way to go, but I just decided I needed that skill tier so that I can buff my 2 skills. Okay, so we're at 3 skill tiers when I'm holding the pistol, but without the pistol, we're at 2 skill tiers. Okay, so pretty simple setup. Now you need the Scorpio, okay, because that's gonna proc Galvanize. So let's check out some gameplay footage here. And now, again, this is a random group, and we're just under halfway inside District Union Arena, and so this is the very beginning of it here. So this is unedited gameplay, just so you know. And then also, I want you to know they do have a tank on the team, unfortunately. So there is a tank on the team that I'm also healing, and he's also running Vanguard, so the team is getting double buffs on that. But I got more gameplay without that too, so I'm going to show you more gameplay as well. But notice, so what I want you to look at is in the bottom right corner, the very bottom right corner by their names. Look at their bonus armor. Look at their bonus armor, right? I mean, that's insane, guys. So a lot of that is really galvanized, right? So because when you look at whatchamacallit, the what's this? Oh, the tardigrade. I always forget the name of that thing. The tardigrade is like, oops, like shit happened, right? That's when that kicks in. But so a lot of that is galvanized. Galvanized is the active one here. Now, if I wasn't using the Firefly, if you don't want to use the Firefly mechanic, you don't have to. Then you can use Vanguard on your shield, and you can just pop your shield out and whatever. But you know that's a lot of work too, because you're not really a shield player here. You don't really. I mean, you can be, but you're not. You know, I'm kind of playing from cover, and you really got to watch your boys, and you want to hit the targets with your shotgun that are most threatening to your teammates, or that are closest to your teammates, right? And so that way they can get all that bonus armor. See that guy in the back left? Look at all the bonus armor he's got. Dr. Jokey Crazy or whatever. Cobra. So Cobra's a tank though, unfortunately, so that's a little conflicting data there. So, you know, but it's look at the bonus armor on everybody. But what I want you to notice is that it's really rare that they ever drop below, you know, their whites. I don't think they ever really lose armor, right? They're always stay in this like either bonus armor or all white zone, you know. And that's because we're able to proc that bonus armor so much. Now the problem is, and this is something you want to consider, right, when you're doing builds like this, or any healer tank build, right? It's like you don't really want both on the team unless you absolutely need it. But in a legendary, you don't need a healer and a tank. That's like overkill on the defense. You know, you don't need that. Legendary, sure. I mean, raid's okay, but so I've noticed I'm targeting that guy, that rusher, so that they can get bonus armor. And so that's why I was targeting that rusher. He was no threat to me, but he was by my allies, and I'm a wingman. I'm the bro. I'm your bro, right? I'm your bro in this thing. So I mean, I'm your bro, right? So my job is to keep you alive, to be your wingman. I'm your goose. You're my maverick. You know what I'm saying? So like, so although that chunk is not a threat to me, I'm shooting him because I want to give you bonus armor. I want to keep you alive. And then when you're hurt, I'm going to throw you my hive to fix you. You know, so because the bonus armor is just a shield, right? The bonus armor is not a shield, but when you take real damage to your armor, then I'm also there to repair you. And that's why I'm the ultimate bruh. I'm the ultimate bruh. All I needed to, I mean, if I had like a little vial of whiskey, then, or, you know, some Russian vodka or something like that, then that'd probably make me the ultimate bro. So I'll admit to that. But what up? So if you haven't, just a quick reminder to hit the like on this live stream right now. Subscribe if you haven't, and follow me over on Twitch. So thank you to those who are chiming in from Twitch right now. Appreciate you guys. And then for those of you on YouTube, I am dropping my Twitch handle so that you can give it a yonder. We were talking, so if you guys like Back to the Future, if you like to time travel, Twitch is a little faster. So actually, you know, the YouTube has got like this a little delay between the words that come in my mouth, the video, right, and what you're experiencing. There's like a 10-second delay. But Twitch has less of a delay, so if you're actually watching both, you could travel back and forth into the future. Just a little funny note. Junior Thompson, shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake. That's right, you gotta have moves. So watch me. So watch the blind. That's really key. Is that, you know, when these guys are blind and controlled, then they're not shooting, right? But also that blind is giving bonus armor. My shock and disorientation is also giving bonus armor. Look at everybody, guys. Look at everybody's armor. Look at that. There's chungus in the room scattering that bleed, right? And look at these guys. Look at Luther. Look at his armor on Luther. Look at Dr. Joker. Look at him. They go from white to blue, but they're always in the good. Now, what I was gonna say is, like, we do have overkill here, so we should have both Luther and Dr. Joker are running pure skill builds, like all yellows, okay? So we are lacking on DPS because we got basically 2 tanks and 2 yellow skill builds, so we don't really have the DPS that we should, and the reality is that those chungas should have gone a lot faster, but I wasn't willing to change my build. In a normal situation, you would want to adapt, right, and change your build. But I didn't want to do that because I was testing the build, obviously, so I needed to just stay true to it. But this was a quick run. We ran it pretty quickly anyways, so. In fact, at the Saturday night stream, I'm either going to do it at 7 or 7:30 in the PM. I'm probably going to try to do a little bit earlier. Actually, let me scratch that. I might do it like around 6:30, between 6:30 and 7. So you either one of those 2 times, 6:30 or 7. I'm going to try to do it just a little bit earlier so I can include more people. What's up from Chicago, Osvi? Good to see you back, bro. B Tesla here in Europe. I'm glad everything's working over there, guys. Skeletor 698, what up? Thanks for raising your paw. Sir Night Reaper coming in from Twitch. Twitch. What up, Bandito? Skeletor. Just GB 777. What's going on? Welcome to the new Tux Twitch and YouTube blended experience. So those of you that are joining in from Twitch, we are co-streaming with on YouTube as well. So if you haven't followed me on YouTube, I invite you to do so. Also in Discord. Hey, if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, you should. Drop the subscribe link, make it easy for you right there. It's a big commitment, I get it. You can always change your mind. What's going on, Patch Pike from Ireland? Good to see you, man. All right, you're not our only one from Ireland. We got a couple of people that usually jump in from Ireland. Not sure if they're on today, but they were yesterday. I like my Irish boys and girls. I made a lot of friends from Ireland. was living abroad for 3.5 years, and there was a lot of Irish expats where I was at, and yeah, really cool people. So I found myself, you know, kind of intermingling with a group of guys and gals that were all Irish from either the UK or Ireland. Pretty cool. Where I'm from, up here in the Portland Northwest, we don't get very many, you know, native Irish folks, just descendants. So it was really cool to hear people talking in Gaelic and stuff like that. I was like, wow, you know, didn't know that language. Honestly, like you know, to ignorance, I just didn't know that language was even alive. You know, so it was awesome to actually hear it. You know, young folks, you know, in the 20s speaking Gaelic, 20s and 30s. That's cool. That's really cool. So you guys like running team support builds? You guys do these like tank builds, you know, bulwark builds, whatever, or what do you run? Do you run healer builds? Do you do that? Or are you all DPS skill people? But yeah, you know, so even though I got like 1.6 million armor, you know, this isn't a go running the front lines, and the job is to keep your homies alive. So that's what I'm watching here. I'm trying to keep an eye on my homies and keeping them alive. But there's still like those situations. There's still some burst damage, and there are times when I go down too. There's once or twice where I push too far forward, but you know, again, I don't have a shield and I don't have any self regeneration happening. So you know, you do got to watch your own back too a little bit. So my job right here is Cobra Commander's taking points, so I'm trying to buff Cobra Commander's bonus armor there. That's what I'm doing. So I'm applying status effects to give those guys in the front lines bonus armor. Luther's a skill build, so reality is he should probably be playing a little bit farther back than he is, but it is what it is. We're all just having fun. See you later, Typhoon. Taro, you kept getting whooped with your shotgun build, Daryl. I think, you know, one is a little bit of, you just kind of got to get used to the cadence of that shotgun and what it can and cannot do. But I feel like the depth is really important. Like, I was trying to not play too close in on that build. Like, so like, you know, 10 to 15 meter, about, you know, that 15 meters, trying to play at that range was I think optimal. So I'm sure you're doing that too, but I think so. I feel like the most important thing for me was finding that nice piece of cover. I think if you noticed that in the gameplay footage from that stream, it was a lot of that survivability was I'm making sure when I kicked off the engagement or the fight that I was in a comfortable piece of cover. It's basically, like I said, it's not a run and gun build, so if you're doing that, then that will definitely get you killed. But it's a more like, it's sort of like Negotiator's build. It's more of a hold your ground type of build, because you can. Anybody that charges you is gonna die because you have a shotgun. Hit that, basically, you know, I'm not sure what the crits were, but the crits on each pellet was critting at about 500,000 per pellet. So multiple millions, right? When you get a full stack on somebody's chest. Vulturine Virus coming in from the Twitch side. What up, Bandidos? He says, I can't stay for long. Just wanted to show my support and best of luck to Tux. Appreciate you, Virus. Which reminds me, Vulturine Virus is one of the Tux clan leaders for the Xbox. So if you guys are looking to join a new clan, now's the time. Now's the time. Tux clans are thriving in a time where clans are dying. That's what we say. Well, that's just the reality. The sad reality, really. So, so yeah, if your clan is dying because, you know, lack of inactivity, because content is all-time low, and so some people just are having a hard time finding their way into Division 2. But yeah, so if your clan is faded away on you and you need people to hook up with, then you should consider joining the Tux clan. You know, whether on PlayStation, we have multiple clans on PlayStation, Xbox. We got the PC clans up really strong. And you know, we like to keep it interesting around here. So challenges, Vulture and Virus just drew up some new challenges, which is really cool. I'm excited to give those a try. Hopefully this weekend, maybe on Sunday, Virus. Try to find a good time then. But yeah, so I'm really excited to try those. You know, we just try to keep it real, keep it honest, keep it interesting. You know what I mean? But the best place to get it hooked up with the Tux clans is, you know, you could raise your paw up right here in the chat. We do have clan leaders in the chat. Also, you could head over to our Discord, and I invite everybody to do that, to head over to the Discord, because it's a lot of great conversations, especially if you're a build connoisseur. If you like a fine glass of DPS, then you know you want to head over to the Discord Cantina, and we will buy you a shot of potent build. So yeah, so Latina's dropping links. So anyways, that's how you get hooked up with the clans. They're the easiest way. Those two ways, either just let us know here in the feed or head over to Discord. But you guys all should be doing the Discord thing, man. Really, it's a really good place to be, especially for Division, because there's a lot of technicals in this game. But also, like, it's a good place. It's a place where all the communities converge. They all converge at Discord, because, you know, we have our PC community, Tux community. We got our PlayStation Tux community, and Xbox Tux community. We got the Tux's Players Club. We got YouTube. And obviously now Twitch. So you know, you go, and then the clans, and so all of these different communities under this, you know, TuxedoBandido brand all merge at Discord, right? Because it's a neutral platform for everybody, but also it's centered on the game. And so more importantly than that, you know, it's a way to augment your Division 2 experience, to enhance your Division 2 experience. So if you love this game and you want more out of it, you know, we've been talking about in other live streams about making sure we unmarry ourselves from the devs, right? Like, we shouldn't be so reliant on the devs, because that just can sometimes lead to disappointment. Now, we're going to get new content. It's coming, and we don't know when, but we know it's probably going to be this year. We just don't know when, right? And so we need to be able to be independent. There's a lot to this game. Look at everybody's bonus armor, guys. Woo! There's a lot to this game that has yet to be unexplored by you. I guarantee that. Now, if you're one of those people that wants to keep it simple and, you know, play with your single DPS build, then I agree. It's probably going to be difficult to stay excited about this game, and there is limited new experiences for you without the devs, right? But this game is so much about the creativity you can have with the builds, but also in how to use them, right? Look at Luther's bonus armor there, and Joker's. But look at Luther. Look at, he's surviving on pure bonus armor. Notice that? So, but I'm being a homie and I'm trying to take out these big threats for them, or proc bonus armor off of them. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to control these threats for my team. So the bonus armor is there for them, but I'm also trying to crowd control the threats. I don't have DPS on this build, right? So I just got a little bit of brute strength out of that shotgun, but otherwise I'm trying to neutralize them. So keep my homies alive. I throw my body weight out there a little bit. But what up, Nicholas Jackson? Good to see you back, bro. So anyway, so that's kind of what I'm talking about. Is like, you know, is about, you know, maybe expanding your mind a little bit to try different play styles. But like I was saying, like, there's different ways to also apply your build. So like when you go into Legendary, you know, your DPS build or whatever, you're gonna have to tweak some things to be able to do a solo Legendary or a duo Legendary or a Legendary speed run in a group, or to do 10 directives or 5 directives, whatever you're doing. You're gonna have to adapt your builds and your play style to that, and that's how you create new experiences. And so that's why I've been showing you in these live streams some of these challenge builds, right? Like a shotgun with an 8x scope. I mean, that's something really different, and you have to adjust your play style. And just like that one bandito, Daryl, was saying that he was having a hard time getting used to it today. He was getting his butt whipped. It takes a little getting used to. You have to adapt your play style, but it'll work, you know. And that's why I show unedited gameplay in live streams, and try not to focus just on the edited gameplay that I do in YouTube videos. In the video stuff, that's obviously a lot of highlights, and I'm trying to show you the excitement of a build. But in live streams, what I do is I like to show you unedited gameplay so you can see, you know, the challenges, the good and the bad and the ugly that come with so many of these builds. But I realize I'm an experienced player. I got, you know, 5,000 whatever SHD. You know, I got pretty good dance moves out there. You know what I'm saying? Not to brag too much, but I was gonna say I got fancy feet. So, you know, that keeps me alive a little bit. I'm just gonna say it. Just gonna say it. But hey, if you're just not jumping in, don't forget to hit the like on this video and subscribe if you haven't. Also, we do accept donations. You can buy me a cup of coffee to help the cause and keep the dream alive. Feel free to do that anytime. Much love. Appreciate that. This is my full-time gig, and I like keeping it real, and I want to keep it going. So we're doing good, though. We're doing great. The growth is absolutely fantastic. That's why I wanted to open up on the Twitch side. So I appreciate all you guys that are joining us over on Twitch. I've been meaning to do it. It's just, you know, the technology just requires you to be able to dual stream to two platforms at the same time requires some technology load, and I want to make sure that we have a positive experience on both platforms. So I got 2 chat feeds going right now, obviously. So I got chats coming in from from Twitch, and chats coming in from YouTube. So if you're on Twitch, then you hear me answering YouTube questions, comments and questions, and vice versa. D-Show, my clan is full, laugh aloud, but only 5 players, including myself, are active. What the what? Yeah, man, I mean, you need to have, I feel like at least a dozen active per day to be, I feel like that's a good, healthy place for a clan. A dozen active at any particular time. I mean, obviously not at 3 in the morning or whatever, but you know what I'm saying, at least in peak hours or whatever. There you go, Stanley. I made my own builds. I get ideas from my clan leader. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And that's what I hope I do here. Like, you know, this hardwire build or whatever, maybe it's not your thing, but maybe I'm inspiring you guys to rethink about your healer builds. That's what I'm trying to do with these, right? I'm saying that, like, well, if you guys have noticed, like, we've hardly had to use the heals. Most of the heals, just so you know, guys, are actually going to the turrets. And that's what's annoying about healer builds, right? When you're playing with skill players, is that the turrets are sucking up all the juice and hardly any of it's left for the dudes, for the bodies, for the bros, right? So, like, you know, so, you know, like, and so that's what I'm saying, like, well, bonus armor doesn't do that, right? Your skills can't suck up bonus armor. So that's why I like the whole bonus. If you can keep your guys shielded, if you can build an invisible shield around your teammate, then they don't need as many heals, right? And so some heals are acceptable, are required, of course, because when they do take damage, you want to heal them. But if you can keep them protected, if you can control the crowd, right? And you can give them that invisible shield, then they're not going to need as many heals. So that's why you see me dropping and picking up my heals. Some of it's for the hardwired mechanic, but some of it's also for, you know, because I don't want their skills to eat up all the heals. It feels like a waste. Remy, what up from Germany? Mi hombre de alemán. That's because I don't speak any German. I think I know Scheisse. It's probably a bad representation. But what up, Remy? What up, Remy? Remy from on Twitch. Be sure to hit the follow if you haven't. My Twitch folks, we're trying to grow this channel. So there's we just opened up our Twitch. So, you know, I created the channel a while back, but we haven't used it actually. So yesterday was our first live stream on Twitch, and today is stream numero 2, numero dos. So excited about that. So if you guys are on the are chiming in from YouTube, then I invite you to also follow me on Twitch. And then if you are chiming in on Twitch, I invite you to follow me on YouTube. And so we don't have a subscribe button on Twitch yet. That's because we have to get to our affiliate status, which will probably happen by the end of next week. So... Mank Yank, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Oh, you're Dark Angel. Cool. All right. I like that Mank Yank name. Nice little ring to it. Wellington Carlos from Brazil. All right. Got our Brazil boys in the house. Yeah, it's interesting that there's these little pockets of Division 2 players all around the world. Think about that, guys. You know? Oh, Dark Angels, I got both streams up. CD Stanley, also, I recommend you take a look at my original Wingman build and compare them. The original one uses 4 pieces True Patriot in a similar way. It's pretty darn interesting the way that one works out. Actually, I'm gonna grab it and I'm gonna link it to everybody so that everybody has that one. I should have linked it in the description area of this video. I also have all the builds I've been talking about in the last couple of streams are all linked in this video. Also, the join button to join the Players Club is also linked in the description bar of this video. Let me see here. Get shareable link. Did I grab the right one? Can I chew bubble gum and talk at the same time? Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so here's a link to the Wingman build, the ultimate, I'm gonna call it the original. So check that build out. It's actually pretty cool too. Just, it's the same but different, right? There's a couple of different mechanics to it. It's got again, instead of the crowd control element, you are giving your team all the True Patriot buffs, some of which is amplified damage, healing, a protection from elites, or protection from enemies is what it really is. So you're giving them that on top of heals, on top of bonus armor. It doesn't use the target grade chest, instead it's using Vanguard, but both of them are built on the Scorpio Shotgun galvanized platform. So now I'm switching out of the bonus armor because right here we're just trying to kill the enemy. We don't need bonus armor anymore. We're just down to the enemy. And so I did switch out of the Blinder Firefly. I'm using the Burster Firefly just to try to break his weak point. So against the boss, you know, how we're playing is just changing a little bit. So he should have gone down by now, but again, we got 2 skill builds and two tanks. So the reality is we're taking him for a walk. Have you guys ever seen him go into this back room before? It's kind of crazy. D-Show, what's going on? Mr. Detective, good to see you. Lee, Macaulay, sup, just jumped in. We will watch full stream later. Cool. Yeah, I was just talking about you, man. I was somebody else had joined us from Ireland. So yeah, let me stop this gameplay and then we will pick back up on this other run here. But let me show you guys another peek at the build because some of you jumped in later. So again, 4 pieces hardwired, but 4 pieces hardwired, but I turned it into a tank healer build, okay? So we're playing off of the heals concept here. And then, so you can see I run armor, skill haste, and skill haste. You can also go repair skills. And then the 4-piece set gives us skill haste, skill damage, repair skills. And then the feedback loop is what we're also after, which is allowing us to reset one of our skills. So the skills that I'm using are the heal. So I'm using the hive to do the resetting. And then the skill that I want to proc the eliminate the cooldown on is the blinder firefly. So this is the crowd control element along with the Scorpio shotgun. So the blinder firefly is a status effect. And then, oops, I got gaming going on. Hold on a second. How did you? restart. Hold on a second. You. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so we want the shock and the disorient off of this. So that's the status effect. So that's the status effects. The blinded firefly and the shotgun. Both of those are going to proc galvanize on the backpack, which gives the team 40% bonus armor, but there's no cooldown on that, so you can stack it as much as you can. So I got repair skills here, and then status effects because it's Golan. And so helping the enemies stay under that status effect just a little bit longer. And then more armor and repair skills, more armor and repair skills, more, and then I got skill haste here. I could change that to repair skills, I just left it. And then tardigrade, tardigrade, and then I got repair skills on this, and this is giving the team 80% of my armor as bonus armor when their armor breaks or when my armor breaks. So this is sort of in case of emergencies. And if that emergency happens, then I heal them. But my job is to use Galvanize to keep them from breaking their armor. And then, and the crowd control. So that's the idea. And then I'm running Technician for the extra skill tier. You can also go Survivalist. That is also a really good way to roll. Okay, so new gameplay footage. So this is a new team. This one's a little bit better because there's no tank on the team. So let me see here. Let me adjust this real quick. I think I got it too big. Came in too big. There we go. That's prettier. All right. So we play nice and aggressive here. Unfortunately, the team kind of gets pretty weak in the end. So the end is, you know, once we get to the boss, because we lose the newbie there, the 313 guy, and so we were down on player, and then one of the guys, anyways, it's kind of got kind of funky in the end, but yeah, do you see how we push to the helicopter? That's how you play legendary, right? And look at all their bonus armor. So that's all me now. There's no other tank in the game. So that's all, we're proccing all that bonus armor. Look at all that bonus armor there. Beautiful, beautiful. And they all die nice and easy. Allows people to play aggressive, and so that's what you want your team to do, is adapt to their defense. You're bringing all the defense in the sense that they should be all super offensive-y, right? So, Nail Bunny, good to see you back. Chilling on your break, good, good, good. Let's keep you busy, keep you entertained. This is the ultimate Wingman build. Another one. This is part 2, version 2. I'm gonna keep creating versions of these because I like them. Again, it's based on the principle that a healer build is overpowered, and a lot of the heals are going to skills instead of bodies because of all the hybrid and skill builds out there. So bonus armor is another type of healing. It's a shielding, right? And if you can shield your teammates, then they don't need as many heals. They need just a little bit of heals for when they do take actual damage. But so we got layers here. So we got bonus armor. And if the enemy chews through the bonus armor and then breaks their armor, then tardigrade kicks in. And we're talking millions in armor, right? Between that. Because Galvanize for the backpack is giving them 1 million armor easy, if not more. And then tardigrade is giving them 80%, so like 1.4 million armor. So that's a ton, right? And then if they chew through all the tardigrade, then I'm healing them. But either way, tardigrade only kicks in for 10 seconds, so that gives me time to give them my heals, or they can use an armor kit, whatever. But aw, Fat Cat, thanks for the hookup. Appreciate you. Dark Angel, you too. I'll take whatever I can get. Black sugar, sweeten my cup, ladies. Sweeten my cup, ladies and gents. Xander, Tux Clan, hashtag Tux Clan, appreciate that. Give us a hashtag Tux Clan if you are in a clan So that way those folks that want to join the clan know who to reach out to, or you can be the liaison. And so yeah, if you want to join Tux Clan, just raise your paw. Let us know your gamer ID and what platform you're on. That's helpful to get you to the right person. Are you not entertained? What is that from? Is that Gladiator? Did you just throw me a Gladiator quote, Silverback? Hey, hardcore banditos, I am talking to you. First of all, you know you're in the Texas Players Club because you got a red little skull. But for those of you that are in the hardcore member level, I just dropped that brand new gamer music playlist. So yeah, this sorry, I'm gonna let you guys enjoy this moment here. Look at the bonus armor on the guys in the back. Look at Head Honcho. Look at that bonus armor. So we lost the newbie. He should probably have fallen back a little bit, but. So yeah, all I'm trying to do is put out as many shots as possible to get that bonus armor out. Blind them, that kind of neutralizes the enemy a little bit, right? So it gives them a few seconds to pop out of cover and to shoot. But of course, these guys got stingers, so the stingers do damage all on their own. But see, I just used the hack step protocol, whatever it's called, or the reset skill thing, and we eliminated them. So that blind helps, you know, right? So I pick up the hive and do that whole hardwire mechanic to refresh the skill. So, and it works. So that was a nice little scenario on how to use the build. Neutralized. Lee McCauley, oh, appreciate you buying me a cup of coffee, bruh. Thank you. I'm gonna be caffeinated. That's good because I think I'm gonna do a night stream tonight. So appreciate the caffeine, folks. Fat Cat, Dark Angels Hub, appreciate you guys. Lee McCauley, appreciate the cup of coffee. Skeletor. Latina, please stop waving at me in from the Twitch. Daniel Mercado, what's going on, bro? Good to see you, man. Twitch is a little bit faster. Twitch has less of a delay between like my streaming, just so you know, like if you're watching on Twitch, you're seeing probably like 10 seconds ahead of what the people on YouTube experience. So you are in the future. You're banditos from the future. Carl Hester, good to see you. Love these builds. Much props, Carl says. Cool, man. Trying to keep it interesting. Food for thought. Builds for thought. This guy's just sitting here. This irritates me, what's going on right here. So we're just standing there and we're like, okay, what are you doing? We got 4 guys, there's 3 other guys on the team. And so what we're doing here as experienced players, so this is Head Honcho, Ixofact, and myself, we're all experienced players, obviously 2000 and greater, right? We are respecting the leader of the team, who is Hunter, by not going through that gate. We are waiting for him to go through that gate. There's no chats going on here. We don't know each other. This is all random spawn, random matchmake, right? But this is game respect here. We're not gonna run in there, even though we're experienced and we know what we're doing. We're waiting for him, and I don't know what he's doing. See, now I don't know what he's doing. But have your builds ready, people. Have your builds ready. Have your loadout saved. He just sat there, and look at how fast we just creamed this, right? Whatever he did probably wouldn't have made a difference. I'm not trying to be a snob. I'm just saying, you know, it's irritating for a YouTuber who's recording, I guess. I'll just put it, or a Twitcher who's recording. I'm a YouTube Twitcher now, apparently. New York City in the house. East Coast. Look at that bonus armor on me. Look at that bonus armor. That's tardigrade. Look at that bonus armor. So I get sniped here, by the way. I get sniped from the side. Boom. So that shot wasn't the guy I was shooting at. That shot was the guy way over there in no man's land. So be careful when you know when you're this type of healer build, because I'm basically a healer. I'm more of a healer than a tank, so you know. All right, it's a hybrid, of course. It's a hybrid healer tank, but you are more healer than tank, and that's because what do tanks have? Shields, right? And so I do not have a shield. So to be at the point, to be the tip of the spear is not where you want to be. All right, as a healer, you want to be set back a little bit. So, and because when you go down, you're no good to the team, right? When you go down, you're no good to the team. So keep that in mind. Twitching tuber, yeah. Look at twitching tuber. That sounds like a disease for sure, right? Like, I don't know. Is it a venereal disease? The twitching tuber. You know what it sounds? Actually, it sounds like a South Park character. Twitching tuber, like Twitch, little blonde guy. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure, you know, if you're a DPS, I mean, I know for me, like if I'm a DPS build or whatever, like it's really nice having a wingman on the team to take care of you. I love the bonus armor thing. I like the bonus armor, you know, as a player, like as a DPS player or a skill build or whatever. I really like the bonus armor more than the healer on the build. I feel like that helps me a lot more just because I usually have some sort of heals already on my build. And these guys probably, and DPS builds usually do too. You might have armor on kill or whatever. Again, this is a random matchmake situation, so you're going to bring your own survivability with you. And so a healer isn't so important to me because I got armor on kill or repair skills or armor regen. But bonus armor will help me even if I have those things, because it either makes that healing more efficient, as you know, I take damage and then I got bonus armor to shield me as my heals are kicking in, right? Or it allows me to play more aggressive if I have a really strong DPS build. And so that's why I think bonus armor is much more valuable than heals in these types of scenarios. Now, we're not talking about raids. Now, raids, there's an 8-man group, and everybody needs to come in with max power and minimum self-sufficiency and heals, right? To get the team to be at its strongest potential. So that's the difference, right? So that's why we're not including raid. I don't recommend this for raid. Now, I mean, it would work, and they do work. As a matter of fact, you see them in the boss 4 of Iron Horse, right? You see the two tanks, and one's usually running Vanguard, and the other one's usually running Tardigrade. Tardigrade, Tardiwood, Tardiwood. So I just, you know, the question I would ask you as an experienced raid person would be, is there the possibility to limit the healer on the field? Because there's sometimes a healer that's also on the field trying to heal both sides, and sometimes there's two healers or whatever. Could you make one of those tanks a healer? Could he be a hybrid tank? Does he need all of that armor, really, you know, to do what he's doing? The shield just needs to be strong enough to take the mega turret, right? But I'm not so sure he needs as much of the like armor regen. What if we replace that armor regen with repair skills, and then he spread out some of that love a little bit? But you did that times 2 because you got 2 tanks, right? So you got bonus armor going out to everybody, and then the 2 tanks are also healers. Would that be more efficient if you can figure out the ratio between heals and tank? Because you got 2 of them, right? Instead of just hogging all the tank, because I'm sure there's some waste on that tank. I'm sure there's some waste on the tank, you know, where the tank like rarely gets into the death zone, right? I didn't see that tank here. Speaking of tanks, there was a tank right behind me and I did not see it. That was my bad. Bad situational awareness right there. Ooh, Nomex saying I made a similar build and carried my team through DUA for my first legendary completion. Good job. That's a good way to clear for the first time, actually, running the defense. 2 others down and you made it to the mall. Yeah, that mall's... Yeah, when you lose guys in the mall, it's kind of like, oh shit, here we go. The worst place to go down, though, I gotta admit, is in the last room, right? Like, where you got the two chungas coming at you. In that very last room before you fight aggro the boss. Like, when you die there, it's just like, fuck! That's like the very end. It's the worst place to die in this District Union. What is your guys' favorite legendary mission? Is it District Union Arena, Capitol Building, or Roosevelt? What's your favorite? You see me doing District Union Arena a lot, and that's because I think the entrance is a really good test for builds. Because you got the tanks. The tanks are a DPS check, and then you got the drones. And so if you can DPS clear out the first wave in time to get to the helicopters and take out the drone ladies, and it's a really good sign of an efficient build, which would have healing and DPS with it, right? And not just DPS. So Sir Night Reaper says Roosevelt. Who else is with you there? Have you guys ever tried jumping over the wall for Roosevelt? You ever do that? That's my new favorite way to play it. I don't like throwing the skills. It's like, come on, guys, we've beaten. I mean, do you guys agree with me there? I mean, like, should you change it up? Again, that's part of experiencing a new Division 2, right? Like, you remember when Roosevelt was first launched, that was the way to beat it. Everybody would jump over. And it was about having a balance of builds. You would have a tank, you would have a healer, and a couple of DPS / skill builds, right? And so that was the way to do it. Silverback says tied, but would be what? Tied with what, Silverback? Tied between Roosevelt and District? Throne says a District Union. Xander says District. CD Stanley says District Union. It's a lot of DUA people here. I hear that. Latina's reminding us to hit the like, subscribe, and follow us on Twitch if you haven't done that. Appreciate you guys dealing with all the reminders too. Trying to get both platforms up to speed. We need to get Twitch where we are on YouTube. Build up that audience. I want to bring all this together, and I think it'll also we have a beautiful engagement on YouTube. Beautiful. I love the conversations we get into, the questions, the reliability. You guys have been so steady on, this is my morning crew, right? This is my morning crew. And I realized last night, what up? I hit hard. Good to see you back, brother. Make sure you follow us on Twitch. I hit hard. Appreciate that, man. But like such a steady crew. And then I haven't done a night stream in a while, at least over a week. And I just got all these new people showing up to this, which wasn't even a real stream last night, right? It was just this, it was a test stream, and it was just like really cool to see new names, all these new names also. And it just made me realize, like, we need to bring that together from both Twitch and YouTube, and it'll just really expand our conversations, but also our depth and perspectives, and help bring in new build ideas. And you know how many of these builds come from these streams and your conversations? Like, that's how I come up with these builds, right? Like the other day I did, what was that, on Tuesday or Wednesday, I did the AKM build where I did the AKM versus Steady Hands versus Solo Legendary. And that came from a conversation from the Diamondback build that I did the day before. We were doing the Diamondback, and somebody said, hey, quick question. What do you think about what chess talent would pair up nicely with fast hands? And we got into that whole discussion. I was like, well, it sort of seems aligned with Striker, and then, so I paired it up with the hardest hitting AK or assault rifle in the game, and that all came from a conversation from a live stream, right? And so that's where these perspectives, where your opinions, where your build questions. I got you, Tidal Basin, I hear you. Which isn't legendary, that's technically heroic, but it should be a legendary. I'm with you, Silverback. And so that's where you guys' comments and your questions about builds are really valuable, because they can actually inspire a whole live stream or a whole build video that inspires other people to create that very same build, or just knowledge, right? Just knowledge. Like, I mean, we basically deemed I mean, a lot of things came out of that particular video, right? But a lot of insight into the power of assault rifles and having to compensate, and whether you'd be better off just using a different assault rifle. Those questions should be asked, and and so that's what's really cool about this community. Is to do that. And just like Xander's saying, yeah, Xander was the one that said, I challenge you to do an all named item build. And we created a build on the fly to do that. And then I thought about it the next, that same evening. And I was like, you know what? I think that deserves more time, because I didn't have all the pieces on the fly. They were across characters. And so I took, some time to actually create a build out of Xander's challenge. But these challenges are also for you. I challenge you to make an all named items build and make it unique. Like every single piece, the primary, the secondary, the pistol, all have to be named items, right? The guns all have to be named items. The chest, the backpack, the mask, the knees. And it makes you think about it, because what are you know what I mean? Like, you're limited on some things, right? Like on the holster, you're limited on what named items you have access to. There's only so many, so you got to think about it. And so for me, I decided to go with the Tsunami all named items shotgun build, and it ended up being an absolute blast. And I totally recommend the build, right? No Hunter's Fury. Could not use Hunter's Fury because that's a gear set, not a named item, right? So I ended to tweak this and tweak that and tweak this. Ended up being a fantastic build. Would recommend it any day of the week. And that came from a great dare from Xander, challenge. And so, but challenge builds are good for you too, because that's a way to make, and what I'm trying to demonstrate here is, and I hope it's not like a broken record, because what I'm challenging you to do is to challenge yourself with different challenges, like builds or different ways of playing the Division 2, right? Like if you're always the DPS guy, or if you're always the tank guy, or if you're always the skill guy, then try being the ultimate wingman. Come up with your own ultimate wingman, use my templates, whatever. You know what I mean? But like, what I'm trying to do, hopefully do, is besides entertain and inform, but inspire you to pick up a different experience. Look at that dude's bonus armor. He's got a full, that hunter, he procced all the way to blue. Look at all that bonus armor. And then he healed from the heals. That was a beautiful example. Ixofact, same thing. Look at all his bonus armor. Millions in bonus armor. Millions. That's what you want to see. And he's got 10 seconds with that, so I got 10 seconds to heal him. Kind of focus on the bad guy. But I see him. I was like, okay, Ixofacto needs heals. And so Ixofacto's got a lot of balls, so he's going to run out there. And I praise him for doing that, because he's actually in the back room right now, but he's gonna run out. Watch it Ixofacto in a minute. He's gonna run out, like balls out, naked as fuck, right? No armor. Look at him. That is a pro right there, bro. And so I see him, and so as a good wingman, I'm supporting him. I threw my heals at him. I healed him, and then I tried to give him more bonus armor, but the guy died first. You see what I'm saying? But Ixofacto did that because he knew, and there's no comms here, but he knew he had a wingman, and that's why he went out there. He's like, fuck it, balls out, balls to the wall. I'm streaking through the quad. Come on, I'm streaking. Right? Like, that's what he's doing. He basically streaked. He's naked as fuck. He had nothing out there. And this is all actually kind of a tough room, right? There's a lot of angles that they can get you at. That's what makes it tough. It's weird angles in this room. So you can get hit by a grenade that you did not see coming. But anyways, and so that's what I'm doing with these live streams. That's what I'm hoping to do, guys, is like just give you a different perspective. Like, this is fun too, and it's different than what you might be doing, or maybe you're already doing it, and that's awesome. And you guys inspire me to do different things too. So it is a two-way street. So I appreciate that from you guys. Ultra Mega Man, welcome. Skeletor, welcome to Viking Dad. What up? Mr. Parker, hi from Seattle. All right, another boy from the Northwest. I'm here in Portland, Oregon. You're welcome, Xander. No, it was my pleasure, man. Thank you for the good challenge. 10, holy cow. Yeah, I was actually born with this mask, man. Yeah, I was actually born. It actually fused into my skull, and I haven't been able to take it off since. Which is good because it covers the shrapnel scar on my face. Yeah, all named. Tin knows what I'm talking about. He's got an all named item build. Graham J says, if we don't get much in the next update, I hope at least we get more legendary missions. You know, they've acknowledged that was nasty what just happened there, by the way. Did you guys see that? Let me rewind that for a quick second. That was nasty. So 2408. Give me a second. 24. Look at what happened. So, okay, let me narrate this. So, what's going to happen is we come out and a legendary NPC is going to drop from the sky. It is raining NPCs. It's literally raining NPCs. Watch this. And I get stuck behind him. That's fucking horrible. It's raining NPCs. It's raining NPCs. I get stuck behind him. And I'm like, what the fuck? Get me out of here. I tried to bully my way through it, right? But then I get hit by a grenade too. I mean, so I'm getting hit by grenade and bullets. It was just like, that was like the worst possible situation that could ever happen to you, all in like a matter of seconds. Like, I get stuck behind a guy. He melees me. You never want to get meleeed, right? Because that's like the worst kind of damage you can take. And then I get hit by a grenade in the back while I'm getting shot at by a tank and an NPC at the same time. It was just a horrible situation. But the funny part was like literally raining NPCs. I was like, where the fuck did this guy come from? He jumped from above at the exact time I was trying to go up that escalator. What are the odds of that, right? Super funny though. I was obviously not funny at the moment. I was like, oh, that sucks, right? But funny. Yeah, like Joe Dirt's hair, exactly. Well, and I do have a mullet under this hood, so maybe I am Joe Dirt incarnate. Or a luchador. As the recon dude says, maybe you're a luchador. Maybe I should be a luchador. El TuxedoBandido. El Rey TuxedoBandido. I don't know if I want to do a face reveal. I kind of like keep it in character, you know, kind of like, you know, because part of the cool things about this game is the masks, right? Like, I think we celebrate that in this game. Most people run masks on their characters as well as, if not face paint. And so I like celebrating that in, you know, I guess when I get into my community YouTube Twitch mode, you know, is to, you know, kind of stay true to the character. I mean, if I had more, and maybe one day I'll do this, actually go be up. My original backdrop, you can't see it now because I green screen it out, but my original backdrop was actually I created this map, so I got one of the Division 2 maps. You guys remember those Division 2 maps that you could buy of Washington, D.C.? Anyways, and then I put like pins and target, bounty target photos of as well back there, and sticky notes, kind of make it look one of those FBI manhunt walls. You know what I mean? And that used to be my backdrop, but it was I decided to not use it just because it was sort of too hard to tell that it was even there because my head blocked everything basically. So I just decided to get rid of it. But no, but like yeah, I like playing into the game, like sort of in a kind of like a cosplay kind of way. You know what I mean? Staying in, and I call it, you know, sort of like staying in character. You know, kind of like method acting almost. But obviously I'm not an actor or anything like that. But I'm just saying, you know, I think it's fun for everybody in the community. But I'd rather keep it fun. But maybe in the summer, like, I'll be like, man, it's too fucking hot. I'm gonna have to figure something out about the summer. Actually, because I have an office, like it's a detached office, so it's a, and what I mean by that, it's like, it's a building that's not attached to my home, right? And so it's its own office, and it's not very big, but it's nice. It's like basically 12 by 12, and it's got vaulted pitch ceilings and all of that, and lots of windows and skylights and everything like that. And so, but which is great, but when the summer comes with the heat, you know, when you get that August heat, it gets freaking hot in here. And I haven't installed air conditioning, not for a 12 by 12 detached building. I didn't want to put air conditioning here, but I'm gonna have to rethink that this year. But with that, I don't know, maybe I have to do a face reveal. Tux Dirt? Dirty Tux. What about Dirty Tux? Sir Night Reaper says Tux Dirt. Said Dirty Tux. Yeah, I would like to see hunters spawn randomly like rogue agents. I think that would be cool. Instead, I'm reading Fat Cat's comment. I will choke out massive if we don't get hunters in every mission. That's what I'm talking about. I think that's what you mean. Like, if they randomly spawn would be like a really cool idea. I think that's really cool. Mark Eason, good to see we getting our UK boys in the house. What up, Recon dude? I can't remember if I said what's up to you, but what up? Better late than never. I appreciate those nice words, Brian Holzenback. He says Division 2 is actually still a relevant game because of the builds Tux is creating and these streams. I appreciate you, man. Thanks. I'm trying to do my part. I think we all are, right? But that's what I'm saying. Community makes a big difference in this game. I thought about that Tap Dax House, so you can use the Artificer Hive too. That's actually another, or a booster. I actually thought about that too. So if you feel like you're not getting much out of the heals, the booster is also nice, right? Give your guys better reload, aim, accuracy, and all that other stuff. So that's a really cool thing, a good way to use this build also. Or the Artificer, as he mentions, buff the skills. The only thing is, the Artificer is that you don't know if you're going to be running with skills. I mean, so you can just adapt to your scenario. You know, when you jump in on a random team, then take a look at their builds and say, you know, okay, which should I use? The only problem is that if you run repair skills on your build, you're neutralizing all of that. So if you're gonna try to make a more flexible version of this, then what I recommend you do is run more skill haste or status effects instead of repair skills. So that way, if you're changing your hive, then it's not gonna waste all your attributes. So I can't do that here because I waste all my attributes. Actually, now that I think about it, repair skills does buff the Artificer Hive, so you could roll to that one and still get your repair skills. I don't know if you guys knew that, but if you add repair skills to your build, it makes your Artificer Hive a stronger skill healer. It'll heal your skills even more efficiently, that is. So it will work that way. A little tidbit. Good, yeah, good, really good comment. Who was that made that comment? Let me look back here. Tap that tax. Oh, tap that ass. Yeah, over on Twitch said that. Yeah, good comment over there, Mr. Twitcher. Tap that ass. Good comment. Good comment. Yeah, I should have mentioned that earlier on. I'm glad you brought it up. That's why I rely on you, trusty banditos. I need you guys. Help get all this clutter out of my head. It is messy up there, man. I got a lot of info. That's why that's why I really like doing the streaming and you know, it's a little more free flow content because I mean, guys, man, you just imagine how long my build videos would be if I really had it my way. But the reality is that, you know, YouTube, the way people work on YouTube is that they want digestible, easy to digest content. So, you know, that 10 to 12 minutes is really ideal. And I know some of you aren't that way, but the reality is when I put out longer videos, like actual play videos, not live streams, you know, that are longer, they get less appreciation. You notice that you don't get as many people watching them or whatever. So that sweet spot really is 10 to 12 minutes, and that's what people want. And so so I think my new formula really is about doing these videos that are about 12 to 15 minutes and then doing a live stream right behind it, either in the same day or a different day, but close to it, showing, hey, here's the unedited gameplay footage, and now let's free flow, let's jive about that build, let's talk about it, let's answer your questions. And so I feel like it expands on that same topic. And but because, you know, if I tried to download all the data that I had in this brain into that build video, it would be information overload, faux show. Nacho Libre. I fucking love that movie. I like Jack Black. You know which movie I get a kick out of lately and I just keep watching over and over again? Jack Black, on a Jack Black tangent here, is The Polka King. Have you guys seen The Polka King on Netflix? Holy shit, it's just funny to me because polka, you know, polka music, right? Like papa. You know what I mean? And it's just like, and then Jack Black, he takes that role so seriously, like he straight faces it, and just I mean, I just feel like I know that guy, you know, I know that Polka King guy that he plays to be. Anyways, you know what's interesting about this part here is that there's this drone operator that hides in the back. It's that yellow one there. And we can never get rid of her until the very end, and she just terrorizes us because she keeps hiding. So right here I have to back off because I'm getting surrounded, and so I'm having to know my limits. But like, and then like we lost a team member, notice that, so we're down to a 3-man team, not a problem. But that drone operator hides in the very back corner, and she keeps throwing drones at us from way back there, and nobody can get to her. I mean, she's way back there and protected by her allies. So like, we have a really hard time getting to her. So I tag her a few times, so I get her right there with my blinder, but they can't get a good shot on her, you know, and so not until the very end. And so she just absolutely terrorizes us the whole time. And we stay up and we stay alive and we beat it, but it's just like that one drone operator can really create havoc. What's the link to the Players Club? I'll drop that. Thanks for that question. So if you haven't, join Texas Players Club now that you reminded me, so I'll drop that in the feed to everybody here. So so for you Twitcher, people on Twitch, that's the Players Club is on the YouTube platform, so that'll take you there. And for you folks that are on YouTube, then you know what to do. Hit that link. And that if you sign up to be a True Bandido or higher, hardcore as well, then you get access to the classified builds. The latest classified build, I did put a link to that in the description of this video, so be sure to check that out. It is a Red Foundry. It is actually pretty badass. Did you guys see the intro of that? You want to see the intro of that? Let me pause this. Let me show you what's up.
Let me tell you why you're here.
This is all about time.
Time gives legitimacy to its existence. Time is the only true unit of measure. It gives proof to the existence of matter. Without time, we don't exist.
I imagine that right now you're feeling a bit like Alice, tumbling down the rabbit hole.
All the explanation you need.
You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Time is the only true unit of measure.
Unfortunately, no one can be told.
Speed up the image infinitely. Disappears. So what proof do we have of its existence? Time gives legitimacy. Without time, we don't exist.
He hasn't taken the pill.
What? There's no time.
I know. He's having a moment.
Come on. It'll be fun. I promise.
Don't let anything stand in your way.
So yeah, that's the new build that just came up. Sorry, I lost my place. I'm gonna jump back to it. There we go. So yeah, that's the new classified build that just launched. So if you want access to that, and to all classified builds, actually, just join Texas Players Club and make sure you're at least a true or hardcore Bandito member level. And I just dropped that link in the feed, and that link is also available in all of my videos in the description area, if you're on YouTube especially. But yeah, so yeah, I mean, and what we're talking about there and what the build is all about, so just to give you a glimpse, and is that it's about time. Time is the most important thing, element in this game. Time to kill, time to heal. And you hear me saying that in many different ways. I say it in many different ways, right? But survivability. I'm all about making sure you have survivability in your setup, right? Or your squad or something. But the most important thing about survivability is the time to kill. That's the biggest chunk of survivability, and it's not, survivability isn't a defense or offense thing. It's a blend of the two. It has components of both. And so for the offensive side, the biggest chunk is time to kill. For the defensive side, it's time to heal. And the way you hear me saying that, in other words, is it's not about how much armor you have. It's about how fast you recover, right? Now, and that's why the Wingman build, the one that we're looking at here, is plays into that for the team, because if I can shield them, then that prevents them from having any recovery, right? And so the bonus armor, don't look at it as armor. It's a shield. It's a type of heal. It's like a reverse heal, right? It's preventing them from taking damage, and so it's kind of a similar concept, but it's sort of upside down on its head. But yeah, because you guys know, I mean, if you've been playing this game for a while, you know that it doesn't matter how much armor you have. They're just gonna clean it. You're gonna clean it off. So let's get Mr. Head Honcho. He's gonna get hit by a grenade though, right? Boom. Nope, he made it. So I thought he was gonna get clocked by a grenade there, but. So, this is what I was telling you, just so you know, in this gameplay footage, I didn't put the right mods on my my healer hive, so it's actually got stim efficiency mods on it. So it's not performing as efficiently as it should be, just so you know, if you're catching on to that. Remember to hit the like on this video if you haven't done so, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. I'm using the blinder Firefly. The reason why this is for Mr. MK Parker 99's question. Yeah, I'm using the blinder Firefly because I have galvanized on my backpack. So if my ally is within 20 meters of that blinded target, he's going to get bonus armor, 40% bonus armor of that blind. So that's basically why I'm running it. But also because I want crowd control. I want crowd control to be part of this build, and the blinder Firefly is doing that crowd control element. If they're blind, they're not shooting. If they're blind, they're not sending out drones. That kind of thing. Grenade! Look at my bonus armor. That's tardigrade right there. I'm getting all sorts of punishment. We both are, actually. We all are getting punished right there. So I throw my heals out first. Look at both, all team down. One guy's reviving. I'm going to pick this guy up. So I'm going to blind that Chica in the back there, but you know how it is. Sir Night Reaper says if you can stick a crossbow close enough, she'll expose herself. Oh yeah, good call. Good call. Yeah, we finally got her. She's finally just died. Did you see that? We're talking about the drone lady. Yeah, that's true about a tank build. Good point, tap that ass. So if you get close enough with the shield, like if you go up there with the bulwark, and you can do that with this build, you have enough armor to do that. So you can swap your blinder for a shield at any moment if you feel like it. Then get close to any of the drone ladies, and they will basically blow themselves up. Appreciate the shout out on the intros, Mank the Yank. Silverback. I don't know what a Time Lord build is, but I like it. I like the name of it. I like the sound of it. Ooh, Skeletor's got a good question for the whole community. So for you people over on YouTube, listen up. Serious question for the whole Div community from Skeletor over on Twitch. If Ubisoft were to make a Division 3, where would you want it to be? He gives us LA, San Francisco, Chicago, or Miami. Ooh. I would say San Francisco. It'd be cool to get the Golden Gate Bridge in there. You know, some of those hills. I want to run up some hills. Give my character some cardio. Sir Night Reaper encourages time to kill and bonus armor for his hardcore guys. Guys that play on hardcore mode, which is just insane. Sir Night Reaper says Chicago would be cool. I hear that. What about if we did like, you know, the hood, right? If we went to like Compton and South Central LA, that'd be cool. Ultra Mega Man says, Tux, I ran the Super 90 build last night in the summit on Legendary with 3 others. That build hits hard, it shreds when Killer kicks in. I'm loving it. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. You can play around with your talent too, right? So he's talking about the stream from yesterday, guys. Check that out if you haven't. Laura Croft, what's going on? How are you? Where's that flag? Am I looking at a Danish flag there? Can't quite tell because it's kind of tiny. Laura Croft, Welcome, welcome. Silverback, Japan. All right. Dark Angels Hub, London. What up? See you in the next video, B Tesla. Thanks for joining us. Also, if you're just now jumping in, be sure to hit the like and subscribe. So I'm gonna try to get my man up. So remember, you're the healer, not the killer. So you got to get your team up. And this is a tough situation. So I backed off because you got to know your limits. I can't sit there and take the full brunt of that dude's turret. You could put on protection from elites. That would give you some tankiness ability for legendary. East LA, Skeletor says. That's what I'm talking about. Division East LA. Gangster's Paradise. I think we'd start moving into like Grand Theft Auto Division 2 mode. Which, by the way, I would like to do that. I would like to be able to jump into a random vehicle. I don't know about you guys, but... anyways, I'm going to stop this here. And then I'm going to flip back over to this gameplay footage because... the ending of that one doesn't go very well. I basically bail because they kind of split up and started doing their own things and wasn't effective for a 3-man team. So tap that asset. I made the Super 90 build, but I added Badger Tough with Brace. Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. How much armor did you end up running? Tap that ass. Ultra Mega Man Moscow. Oh yeah. You're going international. The Recon dude. Jack Black is awesome. Haven't seen that. Oh, you haven't seen that? It's on Netflix, man. Check it out. You have Netflix, right? Yeah, it's. I mean, it looks like a serious movie, but he plays it serious, right? But it's actually a comedy, but. It's not a comedy. It's one of those movies like the whole thing is serious, but it's a comedy. You know what I mean? Like he's not making jokes or anything like that, but it's one of those ones where you're laughing at home because it's just ridiculous because of who he is. It's like Nacho Libre, basically. It's like Nacho Libre, except he's the polka king now instead of a luchador. He's like this, papa singer out of Poland. Originally from Poland. So he's got a thick accent. His name is Jan Levon. And he does, and somebody asked him, this is funny. This lady goes, so you're from Poland, is it Jan or is it Jan Levan? Is it Jan Levan or Jan Levan? She goes, I'm just not sure which one it is. And he goes, I don't know. He basically says, I don't know. He doesn't, because people have said his name so correctly, and he's, lived in the United States and has a foreign name, and that has been butchered so much, he doesn't know which one it actually is. It's just funny things like that. But 2 improvised and 2 pieces of armor. Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So you're running about 1.1 million. Cool. Yeah, so you must have a nice stash of improvised, I imagine. You put the build up in Discord too? Cool. The Recon dude wrestling down in Oaxaca. That's all. I always have a hard time. Oaxaca, I think is how you pronounce that, right? Good spelling. You got the spelling right, bro. Oaxaca. That's a hard word, right? That is definitely some Mayan Aztec shit right there. Oaxaca. That is not Spanish. That is some Mayan ass shit. Appreciate you. I hit hard. I'll do me. You do you. We do we. Let's get it. The Recon dude. I played this for a while when it launched. This makes me want to go back and start playing. Recon dude, what the fuck, man? Come back, bro. You are missing out. I'm gonna say that. I get it. I get why people leave and whatever, but like when you try out these new builds and different combinations, and man, there's some eye openers out there. What I invite you to do is come back and try the Slaughter build. Okay, the Slaughter build. The link is in the description area of this video, especially if you're on YouTube, which you are. So it's called the Slaughter. And that one, I feel like, will open up your eyes to a whole new world of hybrids and how powerful they are. They're absolutely beast mode. And this Slaughter build is stronger than any traditional skill damage build in the game, and I will take any challenge on that. So, and I do get challenged on that, and it's just like, hey, look, skill efficiency is stronger than, you know, a 3-piece Empress. It doesn't run Empress. It's got 20% armor on kill, 5% armor regen, 51% protection from elites, 6 skill tiers, full skill damage attributes. It is fucking cranked. 60% skill damage buffs coming off of the assault rifle, glass cannon, the memento. And the reason why it's really stronger than any traditional skill build is because it is designed and built to get you out of cover while you are solo legendary, right? Solo legendary, get out of cover so you can get that trophy. And every time you get that trophy, you're basically putting your skills on a mini overcharge. And plus, you get 30% skill efficiency, which is better than 30% skill damage from combined arms, right? Because you're getting skill duration, skill health, skill everything, right? Skill damage. And so, and then every time you pick up a trophy, you're getting another 30% skill efficiency. And if you're grabbing multiple trophies, then you're stacking that 30% skill efficiency on top of skill efficiency. So it is way better than any skill damage build out there, by far. And on top of that, it comes with all of that survivability on top of that damage. It is absolutely a beast, but you just got to try it. Look at all their bonus armor. Look at all that bonus armor. I mean, they were basically within 15 feet of the Chungas at all times, and nobody lost any of their armor. Really fun build. Really fun build. Oh, you were in the first raid too, huh? Recon dude. Cool. So, by the way, I want to make sure that all you guys that are in the Players Club, you know who you are on YouTube, because you got that really cool little skull next to your name. And if you're on Twitch, then please make sure you head over to YouTube, like and subscribe. Also, if you're on Twitch, then make sure you hit that little follow button. I would appreciate that. But yeah, you join Texas Players Club so you can get access to the classified builds and also help support the cause. But what I want to mention here is that that you don't miss out on the latest classified build. So if you're in the Players Club, you can head over to my YouTube channel, and there's a members only playlist right at the top, and that will give you so if you have access, if you are a member of Texas Players Club, you get access to all those build videos there. And so you got to be a true bandito to get access to the classified builds. And remember, it's only $2.99, so it's not a big deal. But so if you don't have access to those, that's probably wise, because you're not a true bandito. So I invite you to go check out the latest build. It is hot, and I'm working on another one for next week as well. And then also, if you're a hardcore bandito, then I just dropped new content for you, a new music playlist. So be sure you check that out. Super hot. And so you have to be a hardcore bandito in order to get access to the playlists, the music playlists. So I create these gamer playlists that have a nice beats per minute to kind of help you slaughter content better, kick ass to a dope ass beat, if you know what I'm saying. So, and I also want to thank you guys for being patient as I am testing some technology stuff as we are streaming to both Twitch and YouTube at the same time. So I will be doing a testing like you're seeing now. So it's minor testing. So these are real streams and everything like that. But there might be some technical funky moments from time to time as we are testing out new technologies and streaming capabilities. So I appreciate that. Oh, Ultra Mega Man says on YouTube says Slaughter is now my second favorite build. I like the perfect blend. a tiny bit more because of the capacitor RPM. So the next build that I have, the classified build for next week, is absolutely a shredder. It's might dwarf the perfect blend. So the slaughter is a kind of a beast of its own. So I put that out there on its own pedestal. But this new build that I'm coming out with, it does compete with the perfect blend. When it comes to like DPS performance alongside skill performance. And it's definitely, I think it might be stronger. I haven't done a side-by-side calculation, but just from my feelings of it and its time to kill and all of that, it seems to be stronger than the perfect blend. But it's up there. It's definitely gonna be top 3 time to kill for sure. Appreciate that, Make the Yank. Yeah, go kick some ass to a fat-ass beat. In the name of Tux, I kill you in the name of Tux. Don't forget to follow me on Twitch if you haven't done that. Gonna load you guys up on some click things. Also appreciate all you people that bought me a cup of coffee to support the cause and keep my dream, our dream, the dream, and community alive. So buy me coffee if you feel like it. Yeah, so I think so I got a couple of builds for next week going out. There'll also be a declassified for those of you that are not in Texas Players Club. So you'll get a declassified build next week, and then of course more exciting live streams, and then I will be putting out a new classified build. I'm not exactly sure which day. My intent is saying for Tuesday, but that just depends on how well my Monday goes. But because I will be streaming all weekend. I might be trying to do a challenge on Sunday, and then of course tomorrow night is Saturday, which will be the big stream. You guys got any topic ideas, do let me know in the chat. I appreciate you guys' perspectives and ideas, so I love to use them if I can, so load me up. All right, y'all. So I might see you tonight for an evening stream. If not, so I'm still up in the air. It depends on if I get this stuff done. Then I will see you mañana, tomorrow night, for the big Saturday night stream. And again, we missed last week, so we're gonna make up for it tonight. But if you got any stream ideas, also just let me know in the chat, and we will see if we can get that topic squeezed in either this week or next. Peace.
Tuxedo out.
Flows and that's how it goes.